Welcome back to Underground Pulse, undergroundpulse.net. My name is Jerica J. And your mic is not on. So, hi, what's up?
Hey, can I be here now?
Yeah, I'll think about it later.
Okay.
We will discuss this in a very professional format because we're like that.
Oh.
It says who? It says me, apparently. The only opinion that matters is our own, right?
That's right. Damn it.
Fuck it, we do what we want. Oh, by the way, did you see the picture I posted on our page with the honey badger?
I shared it, and I loved it.
I like that. It means that we don't give a fuck. Anyways, we are...
Skippy.
Damn Skippy. We are in the studio with some very good friends of the show, Breaking Even. Say hi, guys.
Yo.
Now, we have everybody, but... Everybody but... No, we do. We have everybody.
Yes.
This is everybody. I kept thinking we were missing a member, but then again, it's kind of swiveled between a 5-piece and a 4-piece.
No.
Has it always been a 4-piece?
Always been 4.
I
So,
swear to
so
God, you had one more.
what instrument did this fifth person play?
The kazoo? Yep.
Nailed it.
All right, for those of you that don't... For those of our listeners that don't know you guys, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
little. Nice one, Chief. I'm Ben. I play drums, and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm Pete. I play guitar.
I'm Simon. I play bass. I DJ, I'm lead singer, and
Very, very nice. Now, we've known you guys for quite a few years and watched you grow, and now you have this, watch you grow like little kids. No, I'm kidding. These guys have been one of my favorite bands since I met them. Officially, we met at the Lion Project.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was fun.
Was that about 2 years ago now?
That was, yeah.
February 17th or something?
Yeah, because we did the interview like 3 weeks later. So that was,
Yeah.
I think it was 2013.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw you guys, and you guys killed it, and you made a huge impression on the music scene, and then you just kind of blew up from there.
Yeah, we had a guy come up to us like 3 months later and was like, "This is him. This is the band. Like, do you guys play at the Lion Project?" And we were like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I've been looking for you guys for months."
That's a good thing.
Well, I was like, "Here we are."
Mark is the one that's easy to find.
Well, you guys have gone from that band that, honestly, when you guys came out, you were already well packaged. You had your self-titled EP that you added onto later, which was different. And you guys laugh.
Yeah.
I actually love that CD. It's still in my car.
Oh man.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
But you know how you go back and you look at the things you used to do and like things you used to do when you first started and you kind of like, you cringe a little bit. Something, you know. Sometimes we, things we did.
It's interesting that you say that because there was a while that I couldn't get out to see you guys for some time. You had several shows and I just couldn't make any one of them. And then the most recent time I saw you live was at the Roxy Bar with
Yeah, Redline.
Redline Chemistry.
Yeah.
And you played all of these songs, and I didn't know a single freaking one of them. I was so mad.
You do now.
But yeah, yes I do. But you guys have been working your tails off writing new music, and you have this beautiful new CD, which give me that. And it's well packaged. It's called Before the Story Ends, and this is not officially released yet,
No.
right? Great. So yay. We have things. Now, tell me about the process it took to write and record this album, because I know that you guys like to do a lot of DIY stuff.
Well,
Does Ty want to talk?
The joke of it.
I guess I can start this. I've been working at Covenant Studios with Josh Barber for about like 2 years or so now, and we always discuss working together and doing something. And yeah, and he was just kind of like, originally the plan, which would have been a complete disaster, was we're gonna go in and I was just gonna buy out the place, and like I was gonna engineer, and we're just gonna go in and just have like a month to ourselves and just do it. And Josh was like, "Well, here, I'd like to work with you guys. Let's do it." And he kind of gave us a quote or whatever, and we're like, let's just go for it. Let's just do it and see what he has in store. And so I think it was initially November, and then we moved it back to December. And so we had the whole month of December, and then the month of April to do vocals. So all December was just instrumentals and writing and pre-production and stuff like that, and then came in later. And then
Well,
I
that's
think
good.
we wrote 10 songs in 8 days.
Wow.
We were doing about 2 a day, and then like the 4th day in is when we hit our first like major boiling point, and everyone just had to like go home for 4 hours and just like sit down and like stop thinking about it, stop trying to write a riff on a guitar, and then we ended up finishing it that week. And it was intense.
By boiling point, did you mean like?
we were just out of like ideas. Everyone was clashing. Like nobody could come up with like a cohesive plan. Everyone was trying to do a different thing.
Yeah.
We just had to walk away from it. So that happened.
Oh yeah, it got ugly.
Now, all the material that's on this new album, is it all the material from the writing, or were there some pieces of songs that you really liked, or?
Oh yeah, there's stuff that was 4 years old.
Yeah, there's stuff that I recorded myself just in my room,
Yeah.
just from 2009. probably. Just riffs and stuff.
I remember that when I met you guys, you said that he had been writing songs for years when you
Yeah.
met him.
He is a gold mine
I
of
just didn't have
material.
the physical outlet. To
He's a musical golden
realize
goose.
that. I'm a what?
He's a golden hen.
Golden hen?
Yeah,
We would like a golden egg, please. If you could just work on that while we're talking. You know, I expect it by the end of the show. Yeah, just pop it out.
Very bright.
And there was even a song that we had been playing live, and the opening track. We had written that one like it was actually going to be the 9th song on the EP. Fun fact, never made it, and we had been playing it forever. It seemed like.
Yeah, well, we debuted it at Z-Day
Debuted
last
Z-Day.
year.
It was that opening song at Z-Day.
We didn't have any vocals or anything. It was just like a weird, awkward instrumental minute-and-a-half
Intro.
thing.
So
went
that
nowhere.
Yeah, that one was a full song, and that was actually the
yeah.
first one that we redid. That was the first one that Josh got his hands on and just tore apart, and we just rebuilt it from the ground up. So that's actually going to be I think one we want to do tonight.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember Ben telling me to expect some super awesome intro at Z-Day.
That was it.
He's like, you better be prepared for epicness.
It was, yeah.
That was a fun show.
Except there were some technical difficulties during that.
It happens.
We made it through.
You guys had the crowd that night, let me tell you.
Yeah, it was an amazing show.
It was fun. We really strive to do that. I think
Yeah.
we really try, and if we're opening a show, we really try and set the bar and just like try and get everybody into it, and try and get everybody,
If we have time to set up,
Yeah,
we'll make
we can leisurely set ourselves.
You have 5 seconds of sound check. Go.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I really love about you guys is your sense of humor. And
We just don't care.
I know that you guys had some underlying like inside jokes for some of these tracks. We won't name them, obviously. But how important is it to you guys to laugh at yourselves as a band?
It's really important.
Because that way, if you're laughing at yourselves and each other, then you know you're being honest. And you're able to kind of make fun of things you're doing. You're kind of looking at it in an honest way. So that's really important. Just to be honest with each other. With each other as a band. You want to come out with the best product. It's nothing needs to be taken personally. In this thing. It's just about what's the best thing you can do. It's the best thing you can have.
It was really like a moment where you just have to surrender yourself to it. You know, just
Yeah.
like lay it all down.
Yeah.
Like you can't leave anything behind. You can't can't leave any stone unturned.
That's really how it was in the studio. I mean, like, I was kind of used to it because, like, I've been there for a while, and anyone who knows Josh knows that he's a very upfront person. He'll let you know what's up. But, like, we used it as a really good opportunity to just kind of grow as musicians and as people to just be honest. Like, I think a lot of people would benefit really highly just from someone walking in and saying, "You look stupid, you sound stupid." Like, change it. And
literally
the
what
thing
happened.
is like, your knee-jerk reaction is like, well, you don't know or whatever, but it's like when it's coming from someone who does know and that you do trust and who, you know, has multiple Billboard charting records and stuff, like, you go, all right, maybe this guy knows what he's talking about, and you just kind of take that. And so, like, you know, it kind of makes you nervous to, like, say ideas like, well, what if we do this? I mean, you never know if it'll work or not, but it kind of makes you scared because you're like, oh god, if it's stupid, people are gonna let me know. Yeah,
and
but
he'll let you know.
I mean, there was times like there was chair throwing. There was like I was in tears at times. Like there was some there was some serious stuff going on, but it was like that's what needs to happen. Like it doesn't. If things aren't always going to be friendly, and if you're just kind of told how wonderful you are all the time, you're never going to try to improve anything. So
Right.
But no chairs were harmed in the making of this record.
yeah. Well,
Is that disclaimer in here printed
Yeah.
with an asterisk? I expect this.
We put that in the credits.
Good.
in memory of
Now,
The old studio chair.
Ben, with your recording experience, you kind of have that producer look sometimes. Like you kind of have that outside ear into what things could be changed. Do you apply that when you guys write your music? Does he produce you guys?
sort of like my thing is I'm completely and utterly useless. I was actually discussing this with my friend like a couple hours ago. Like I'm useless when it comes to like making anything from scratch. Like I can't sit down because I have very like elementary abilities on guitar and everything, and like I'm not good at that. But if I hear something, I can kind of like mold something out of it, and that's the good thing about everyone else involved. Like even Ty, he's a newcomer, but like he's a guitar player and he can mesh well with the rest of the guys. And so it's really nice to have people who really understand their instruments, and they can come up with stuff, and I can be like, hey, what if you make it go do instead of do? Like I wouldn't know how to do it, but they do, and like they can kind of make my mouth noises a reality.
I appreciate the example.
Yeah, and so like that's one good aspect of it, I suppose. But I mean, in terms of me, I completely surrendered everything when it came to like this album. Like I kind of discussed with everyone. I was like, you know what? Let's see what happens if we're just like if we just become a project. Just have Josh really work his magic with it. Have him just have us just do basically not exactly what we're told, but just like trust the process and just kind of leave it into the hands of fate and see where it goes, and not go, oh well, I like this or whatever, and just go, you know what? May not have been my first choice, but let's run with it and see what happens. And I think that mindset is probably what made this album so good, in my opinion.
That's a good outlook. It kind of leads me into my next question. Did you guys have any particular song that you wrote and you all thought it was sincerely awesome, like it didn't need any tweaking, and then have a third ear come in and be like, this kind of fucking sucks?
Gilbert didn't even get tracked. Didn't even get pre-pro track.
That got almost completely gutted. But
It did.
no, but there's definitely a lot of like breakdowns in it.
Yeah.
But
if
yeah,
you-
there were songs that we had that, we all listened to them together, and then we were like, well, so this part's kind of, this part's kind of not going anywhere. So why don't we try this with it, or whatever? And yeah, there's definitely songs that just totally changed.
And we-
And initially, you worry about that because you want, this is a form of expression, and artistic expression. You want to be able to, do that, and you're worried about, maybe you're compromising that by working with somebody else. But no, you trust it, and in the end, we're all pretty happy with it, and we all still think that it sounds like Breaking Even. And we learned so much about writing songs, for doing this album, and we'll take that with us, in the future.
Good.
Well, I think that like we never really had a sound going in. We didn't really have an idea
I thought you did.
what we were gonna. We really like.
What would you describe our sound?
Dude,
yeah.
being honest,
Yes, please. I'm really.
well, you guys know I'm
can't-
honest.
I can't.
When we first heard you guys and when we were first starting to meet you guys, become friends, every time we talk about you to other people, we're like, take Breaking Even. That you guys were like the Breaking Benjamin of Kansas City, only a lot better. Like that's how we talk about you guys to other people.
Yeah, it's a lot of expectation there.
That's a sound that we get, but that's one person's
yeah.
opinion or two people's opinion.
I think overall that's kind of the vibe we've gone for. Like it's kind of like a Chevelle, Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace kind of thing, but like I feel like we would fit well on tours with those people, but we don't necessarily sound like those people. Like people who like those bands will like us, but we don't sound like them. And I've yet to really, because we're all pretty scattered when it comes to like influences and stuff. Like I'm a huge like new metal guy. Like I don't know what I do. DJ's definitely prog.
He's the prog. I was a big like.
Yeah, you're a big pop punk and
Guy
like,
growing up.
metal-ish, like classical metal, and Ty's bald.
Ty is bald. It's always good to have that melting pot, though. Everybody
Well,
brings different tastes.
and
For sure.
And you can even, I mean, there are some songs you can definitely tell
totally.
that there's just, I mean, from track to track, it can
Yeah,
flip on you in
turns
a heartbeat,
corners.
you know, which is, it's awesome, because you don't want to hear the same track like
Yeah.
you heard Disturbed.
Right.
You know?
Now, you guys have released one track, your first single off of this album, All the Time. It's been a minute since I've listened to this, so remind me what the song is again.
What the song is?
Yeah.
Which number 4?
That's good. Very good.
I
Background-
can't talk.
What's some background story behind it?
Oh, all the time. Okay.
I love
The
you.
lyrical background?
Yeah.
Why not?
Open for interpretation.
It's very open for interpretation. It's a relatable song, I think, to a lot of people, especially the chorus. I think it just, the song kind of reflects a way that a lot of us can feel about whatever relationships with either a friend or a loved one, or even, you know, your relationship with your job or something like that. I just took a lot of things from, you know, my experiences with, you know, all aspects of things, and wrote that song, wrote those lyrics.
Good. Now, we get to hear some new music today, which I'm very excited about. So which ones do we get to listen to?
We're gonna listen to the opening track,
Yeah.
which is Watch You Fall, and we're gonna listen to Alive.
You didn't pick my favorite. Damn it. That's okay.
Who might be a fan now?
Which one's your favorite?
Well, number?
Yeah.
Second to last.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my favorite track. I was kind of stuck between that one and the W song, the other W song. Not the one at the beginning, but the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one. All right, so let's talk about Watch You Fall or Watch You Fall. What's that song about?
Snicker, snicker.
Because I remember
Now I
the
know.
name of this song very well.
Well, again, you draw influence from things. You draw influence from whatever you can, and you take it and you make it something that's somebody can listen to it and relate to it. So the lyrics kind of are relatable to, like I said, anything involving I guess
Be
conflict.
kind
or-
of honest, slightly honest.
Well, I don't know. Why don't you guys help me out here?
I think it's definitely inspired by various people kind of with in seeming controls of power and just kind of getting screwed over and just kind of it's not really like a angry song per se. I mean, I guess it is, but it's more or less just kind of saying like giving someone a taste of their own medicine, or just kind of letting people know that like kind of rebelling against people who wanted to hold you back or hold you down, and you know, knowing that you aren't going to get stopped, and eventually we'll be the ones watching you fall. And like, yeah, that's what I always got. I didn't know what it was.
That's a great
That's perfect.
description. I like that a lot. All right.
Retribution is like if I listen to that eventually, you know, your time will come. You know, everybody's got their day.
Karma will kick you in the ass. So that was Watch You Fall. Sorry, we're reading Facebook because that's our lives. But that was Watch You Fall by Breaking Even. Awesome freaking track. I absolutely dig that song. My top two favorites on this album, because I have listened to it. It's been a minute. 1 minute.
Just 1 minute.
Just 1 minute. I had to delete all the music off of my phone because my phone glitched, so I can't listen in the car anymore. So that's the only place where I listen to music. But my favorite two tracks were this one and then the second to the end one. So this was an awesome song. I absolutely adore it. So kudos, good job. Ha ha.
You.
Pat on the back, yay. All right, now the next one that we get to listen to is... Don't tell me I know this. No, go ahead.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Alive.
I-
Mambo number 5.
All right, tell us what this song is about a little bit.
So the inspiration for this one came from actually a car accident.
And this is the point for the sinister giggle? I'm concerned.
This is okay. Look,
Well, there's a lot of history involved.
look. I was going through a tough time. I might have wrecked my car.
And there's more laughing. Like, I'm sorry.
I hit a deer. There, I said it.
Okay, that's better. Is the deer okay?
Oh, he's
Just wrecked.
up killed
Just
Bambi.
that deer is done.
All right, continue with the story.
Was never found. Cannot confirm.
But the fur that was in the tail or the grill,
Headlights.
There was headlights. in it.
Headlights. Yeah.
Deer fur.
Deer fur.
But
What are you gonna do?
It ended up being a story from our perspective, Ben and I. That is, it's day one of tracking, day one of recording. We're supposed to be all at the studio,
I knew this was gonna happen.
and Pete's just MIA. We have no idea what happened, where he is. We couldn't find him. Nobody that we knew where he was. And then what was it? Maybe like the afternoon we finally found out.
Yeah, I finally.
He messaged us
Yeah,
on
he finally
Facebook because his phone was broken or something, right?
Never recovered.
Never recovered.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a few things that were lost in that car
I
accident.
knew this was gonna come up, man. I knew it was gonna come
Well,
up.
it's backstory.
Yeah, it is. No,
So
like,
basically, yeah, you lost your shoes, you lost your phone, you lost your Evelyn Awake CD.
my Evelyn Awake from Crisis to Clarity was in the car.
Was it the original or
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, bummer, right?
I
Anyway,
still have the case too. The case got recovered, but the CD was still in the car.
Actually, funny enough, if I can add to that, when my car was stolen about a year ago, of the things they took, my sound system, obviously, my passport, and the Evelyn Awake bumper sticker I had in my back seat. Like, I didn't have it on the car, and I remember texting both Tyler and Nick, and I was like, right after it happened, I got back from the impound lot, and I'm like, yeah, my car got stolen about a week ago, and I just got back from the impound lot, and yeah, they took the Evelyn Awake bumper sticker, so I mean, I guess you guys have some sort of promotion now. Like, someone else knows about you who didn't before,
what
so.
if they're just crazy Evelyn Awake fans
And that's why they
stole
stole
your
it.
car? because
They stole the car to get the bumper sticker instead of just breaking the window. They just. So yeah, Evelyn Awake has a really important role in our vehicles getting ruined. So
Man,
Anyway,
those
we
bumper
got off on a
stickers, they're worth
tangent
money.
there.
Sorry.
Anyway,
We were talking about Alive and New first for that song. So finally Pete says, yeah, I got in this accident last night. It was late. I hit this deer, and my car ended up down a ditch and this and that. And he was pretty banged up. He was in the hospital, not too bad. And he was walking with a limp for a little while. Had himself a headache all the time,
blood sideburn.
Blood
and
sideburn.
a blood sideburn.
There is the working title.
That was the
Which is the
working
original
title.
name of the song.
So-
It makes sense now.
So basically, what it is that Pete was. My take was that Pete was lucky to be alive. So alive was, naturally the direction I was going for. I kind of took his situation and blended it with just my own ideas, and kind of didn't make it specifically about Pete, but just what it means to be alive. Like, he was lucky to be alive. Just in that. I just went from there.
Right on. Is everybody still on Facebook?
I guess it's
No, we got a
Yeah,
heckler
we-
texting us.
Is this a heckler that should be in the chat room and not texting
Yes,
the
he
guest?
should be.
Ah,
He
how
should
dare
be in
you.
the chat room.
Poor guy. Get in here. Talk to us.
Yeah.
We'll tell them your
call
questions.
them out.
It doesn't matter how embarrassing. We'll read them out loud. All right, that was Alive by Breaking Even. You're back with us here at Underground Pulse. If you're just tuning in, I'm really sorry that you missed it, but we will have this up on our YouTube channel later this week. So if you missed the entire interview, you can listen to it again, and be sure to subscribe because we have killer interviews from everybody from Nothing More to Gemini Syndrome to freaking Filter. Everybody and anybody. You can check out all those interviews. Just go to YouTube and check out Underground Pulse. It's pretty easy to find. And if not, you can check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Just look up Underground Pulse and stay tuned for all the awesomeness and such. Now, guys, I kind of talked you into possibly playing one more track because
Well.
I'm special.
Indeed.
Yep.
Wink, 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 awkward wink. So, this track, can I say the title now? Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right, so this is called Above the Gray, and it features another local artist who you guys are very good friends with, Nico Manesh from Sidewise.
Yep.
And you guys are going to be playing with him and his band next weekend. And so, how did Nico get involved with this?
We just decided to ask him to do it. I mean, Sidewise did their record with Josh as well, so Josh knows Nico pretty well, and he kind of actually put the idea in our ear about it. He's like, I think that's a good So I asked him, and he gladly said yes. So spent a day over there just hashing it out, and we got it done in a day.
Now, did he get his choice of songs, or did you guys kind of just give him something to pick from?
It actually wasn't the
Or I
one
guess
that
that's
he actually sang on. Wasn't even the one that we were originally going to do.
We basically gave him this,
Yeah.
like, here's what the lyrics are, and here's the song, and here's what the melody kind of is, and he kind of Nico'd the melody himself.
He
It was
Nico'd the
really
melody.
cool,
And he
Sounds like
definitely,
Nico.
and he definitely Nico'd the harmonies.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
He Nico'd them
He
real
put
hard.
his own, he put his own stamp on what we asked him, to do. So this is really awesome.
Awesome. Now, when I first heard the track, and I said this in my review that we'll post tonight, maybe, thinking about it. We're going to talk about this later. But if you guys haven't heard of this band yet, my honest opinion was that you really couldn't tell a difference unless you were paying really close attention, because you and Nico actually sound a lot alike, DJ.
I've never actually heard that before.
I think you have a bit more like
Grit.
natural grit than he does in your like more leveled out tones, which is really rich to your voice. And where Nico, it has kind of that more tenor, natural, and then when he gets up higher, he has that grit up there. So I don't think you could really tell if you weren't paying attention. But since I know you guys so well, it was pretty easy. Now, there is a funny story to how this song got titled. So, who wants to jump on this one?
Well, we didn't name it that.
Uh-oh.
But,
It's working title.
The working title.
I'll throw down.
go for it. Then.
All right.
You're
Well,
good at this stuff.
it was initially called Cocoon or Cocoon, and Cocoon, yeah.
Is it Cocoon?
And it's basically the theory, not a theory. It's a practice that we've never done, but we just whatever. Just you think of horrible things when you're locked in a basement studio for a month. And anyway, so you get all your phalluses, and preferably to some degree of erect, and you put your heads together.
Thank
and-
God for internet radio.
Right. And then you kind of wrap a ball made out of like duct tape. You wrap a ball with it, and so it kind of becomes like one of those like Chinese finger traps. Yeah. And so like then once you pull said phalluses out, you're just kind of left with a multiple holed little ball, and it's like a cocoon for cocks. It's a cocoon, and so that's what we named this song, and it's symbolic for the lyrics, of course.
Of course, we come up with these awful names when it's just music and there's no lyrics or anything, because you have no idea what the song's. Most of the time, we had no idea what the song was going to be about. So we just went, why don't we let's just go ham on this shit and just
It's like, I mean, like sometimes it was the first two words that we thought of.
yeah.
There was another one.
Definitely.
That worries me. Like somebody came into practice that day with hentai in their mind or some shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it was. When I got handed the list of the name of the tracks, like, what song are you playing? Oh, Cocoon. Hum? Because I came in it like where there was literally just music, and that kind of what pulled me in. But there's like, so are these the actual album names for the songs or working titles? And we still have to, like, a lot of times me and Pete still refer to them as that, like, live. So what's up? Oh, that's next. Gotcha. Cocoon.
Yeah,
I
well,
actually pretty much still follow the working titles religiously.
all of our set lists are still the working titles. Well, I mean, we ended up cutting Gilbert's
bands
Gate,
do
but
that.
Gilbert's
A lot of bands
Gate.
do that.
well, Gilbert's
And,
Gate was one that got cut.
And succulent Chinese meal.
Apparently, Urban Dictionary, cocoon is now officially defined.
Oh, tell me.
These
what's
are in the
definition?
chat
It's in
room.
the chat room right now.
You have lots of lovers in here. There's also another friend of yours, codename DJ Owes Me Money, that says,
Who the hell is that?
tell them about the time you put Gold Bond on your stinky hippie armpits.
That's Josh.
And now
Okay,
we're
so-
intrigued.
All right, so there's a thing at Gold Bond, and usually we have like deodorant at the studio because people get stinky. And there's a thing at Gold Bond, and like to DJ's defense, it did look exactly like a thing of deodorant, but he just pulls it out. He's like, man, I'm not smelling good today, and he just like slathers this Gold Bond all over his armpits, and I don't know. The story goes that there's some pubes on it, but we can't confirm. But yeah,
It could have been armpit hairs, honestly.
it could. Well, jury's still out.
So his nickname for me after that for the day was Dick Pits.
Oh my god.
But like, see, it didn't bother me. It really didn't bother me. They got a kick out of it, which was fine.
at your expense.
Yeah, well, like I said, it didn't bother me having that on there. You couldn't tell the difference. It touched other men's genitalia, so.
It's always good to laugh at yourself, right,
Yeah,
DJ?
exactly. You have
You
to.
don't take yourself too seriously.
You have to.
I know you guys have another fan in here. This is also for DJ. DJ's apparently really popular today.
Great.
This one is codename Bob Owes Me Money Too.
That's Josh. I'm Bob.
I don't know him any money, by the way.
Oh no, one of those might be bots.
Maybe. This isn't a question, it's more of a statement. It says, DJ, do you remember me? It's Sabrina from Franklin, Tennessee. Remember, I'm the personal trainer. So we feel there's a story
It's
here.
probably not really Sabrina, though.
Is that what you told
But
me?
now I feel like I need to know who Sabrina
Yes,
is.
please tell us who Sabrina is.
Nothing. Just a 50-year-old super in shape cougar that was hitting on me down at the one of the bars down there in Franklin, Tennessee. We were getting our record mixed, rather, and we went out to this Mexican bar, I guess. She was just sitting there with her glass of wine and saw me and asked me. She summoned me to her quarters, her table, or where she was
First side of the bar.
sitting at the bar.
She tried to get you drunk, did she?
She just was pretty. She was pretty flat out with me about what she wanted.
Which was?
Well, I think there's a lot of adults listening, so they could
Coitus.
pretty much figure that
Coitus.
out. They could pretty. Okay. They could
Were
pretty
you
much figure
roofied
out-
that night?
Was
Do
I
you
what?
remember everything
Was I
from the
roofied?
evening?
That would be my excuse. if that was weird. But no, I'm no. That's all. That's all that happened. And then I walked away.
We can verify that is all that happened.
He walked away.
Yeah.
There
Oh,
were
crap.
seven. There were seven of us sitting at the
Yeah,
bar.
there are a bunch of us, all these industry guys, whatever, all these studio guys, musicians, whatever. And she was like, after he was out, she was just kind of,
Boom, boom.
yeah, she was just
Working
kind of
away.
moving the
Yeah.
moving down
I
the
left,
line.
and then she started working her magic on the next person.
But you were her first choice?
Well,
Yeah,
he
I
was.
felt pretty proud, honestly. But I mean, I had to turn it down.
Small victory. Minor
Surprise
accomplishment.
stag.
It's another
I
one
have
in
a
the...
lady at home. I
in the
had to turn it
bedposts.
down.
Oh, come on now. You're a musician.
So Sabrina, if you're listening, I'm sorry. But
It wasn't personal.
I hope you enjoyed your wine that night.
Aw. Okay, let me ask you this, Mr. Cougar Huntedness thing. I don't even know if that's a word.
Cougar prey.
Yeah, there you go. Out of like a 50-50, or just a percentage really, of the girls that come up to you after shows. Oh, you know what? Let me redo this. You guys have seen that picture of like singer gets this many girls.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how does that relate to you as far as people that walk up to you after shows?
It's happened to me before shows, before we even played, but that was just one time, I think.
Who gets the most girls after the show? Doesn't matter if
Like,
you take
to
them
hit
home
on
or
them,
not.
That girls come up and hit
Yeah.
on you.
You.
Probably me.
Yeah. I
Probably
remember,
me.
hell, we played 2 weeks ago, and Jeremy came up to you right after the set,
Yeah.
and immediately
Yeah.
was like, "Are you single?"
He was asking me for somebody if
Yeah.
if I was single.
And he was like, "Unfortunately, like, no, I'm not." And he's like, "Oh, thank God."
And I told him, I'll dispense with the modesty. You're not the first person to ask me. So,
Yeah.
That's special though.
Definitely DJ.
So who gets a second to most girls?
I'm just like a
Probably
squirrel
Ben.
trying to get a nut, man. I'm just like, I'm always the one that's like, man, I'm gonna find the one tonight, and it's just like never. Like I'm like, no, this is it. I don't care. Like I'm getting a number tonight. Period. It doesn't matter, and it's just like tumbleweeds going around, just barren wasteland, nothing.
Just wind him up and send him out.
But you have some.
See what he
Aw.
comes back with.
Yeah, which is nothing. Like it's just like if it was fishing, I'd be the guy who's just like catching like old boots and like tires and like trash that is just thrown in. Like nothing's even close to what I want.
Doesn't that seem to be a pattern that people that actually have relationships in bands get hit on the most, and then the people that are actually trying?
They want what they can't have.
Yes, yes.
Perpetual cycle.
Which is sad because you guys are really good-looking boys.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I mean it though. Like, honestly, if I was a single lady, I would probably go out with any one of you gentlemen. Huh.
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen, I've upgraded you.
We should have put a band picture on the album now.
You're welcome.
You might as well.
It's each one of our face on each panel of the album.
I feel like you guys need to do like a typical boy band photo.
Yeah. So
Definitely do that.
I think you guys almost kind of have with that one shot with just the three of you sitting down, like with your arms. Yeah.
Oh, no.
On the
We
on
don't
the
talk
rock
about
thing.
that.
Wait, what cat photo?
We don't.
Nope,
Oh, we
nope,
haven't
too
saw the
late.
pictures yet, okay.
Huh?
No, yes, you did.
No,
The
no, no.
ones-
The ones that Jericho took.
No,
Oh, it don't matter about my
She's talking
pictures.
about
She was referencing the ones that Spencer took
Spencer
in the
did it in the
studio.
studio.
Well, on the rock
three of
thingy.
us.
But now I want to know about this cat photo thing.
Oh.
So it's too late to take it back. Now you have to tell me.
Actually, our friend Nick, who was heckling us via text.
Yes. He was the one who took it.
He's the one who took the picture.
And
yeah.
it might have been all four of us sitting in chairs. It
I
might
think I
not
got
have
the
been.
picture.
You did.
I don't want to talk about the picture because it's not up anymore, and people can't look at it. I
Anyway,
wish
there.
people could look at it.
Can
there
you
was-
send me this picture?
There was
Yeah.
there was a picture, and the cat might have been in the air above us.
Basically, there's like a stray cat, and like we didn't know whose it was. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hot potato it to Pete, and so me and Pete are on opposite sides, and so like we took pictures just
really hope
looking really
Pete is not
serious,
listening.
and then like I tossed the cat over, and so basically the picture's like superimposed of us just sitting there really serious while this cat's in like multiple frames of just flying across and then landing in Pete's lap. But
Laying on Pete's lap.
I caught it.
I would be proud of
I
that
caught it.
photo.
It was funny. I liked the picture of that.
That's what makes a band
It was
picture
funny.
different.
It was really early on. It was our
It
first
was
lineup.
super early.
It's very internet friendly too. It's got everything.
It's
you
got a
want.
cat.
Yeah.
Right.
You should edit it and put a rainbow passing its butt, and
Just make it
you'd
nice
have
cat.
viral all over that.
There you go.
Make it 9-cat.
Make it the grumpy cat. There's photos of the grumpy cat.
You guys would be famous by like
There you go.
tomorrow. Be like, oh, you're a band. You threw paint at each other for your pictures. That's
Look at
fine.
these
We have a
guys,
flying
they're
cat.
wacky.
Yeah.
Check them out.
We're different.
I
Check
don't
it
think,
out, wacky.
but
We're
the only,
different.
the only downfall, which I'm sure you guys are very concerned about, I don't think you'll have PETA as fans.
That
I
is-
caught
Just put a disclaimer on
I
that. No
caught it.
cats
no,
were harmed.
No animals were harmed in the making of this photo.
That's all you gotta do.
We love animals.
We might have-
Breaking Even loves animals.
PETA, please sponsor us for the next tour. All right, so let's check out this song "Above the Gray." Welcome back to Underground Pulse, undergroundpulse.net. I am Jerica J.
I'm chilling.
And we have been chilling with some very dear friends of our Breaking Even. We just listened to a new track called Above the Gray off of their not yet released album Before the Story Ends. Now, when does this officially come out?
That's a really good question. I mean, like the official release date is set as August. The official release date is set as August 23rd, but yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we're kind of releasing it this upcoming Saturday at our show. Like, we'll have copies there, and I think after that it'll pretty much just be wherever you find us, you can do us. We're gonna put up a link to pre-order it. If you can't make it to the show Saturday, you can pre-order it, and we'll send it to you Saturday, and we'll put that up on our Facebook. And yeah, but I don't know.
It'll also be. We'll have all full online.
Yeah,
so
well,
we'll
it'll
be
be
on
all
iTunes,
over.
Amazon. We'll be giving out. We'll be selling download cards too. We won't have those on the 16th, but I think it's the 23rd when we get them. So we'll have both online and physical copies for sale.
Now, real quick before we get into your shows and stuff coming up, with you guys already releasing the single online, and are you guys going to release the tracks that we played here tonight minus Above the Gray? Or
We will be putting 2 of them up to stream,
Yeah.
probably tonight or early tomorrow.
okay,
So the first 2 tracks that were played tonight will be available to stream online,
fantastic.
and we'll be posting links to those and
Now,
sharing it like crazy.
let me ask you this, because this is kind of where the industry's turned a corner, at least lately. You know, everybody's like, the albums are dead. So are you guys kind of taking that road of releasing just singles here and there to kind of grab people's attention, or are you just going to put the album out there?
I mean, right now, since we haven't released the album, it's an attention getter. I mean, we generated a huge amount of buzz when we released that all the time, and just got a lot of hits on that, a lot of likes, a lot of shares, and that was good to get, you know, people's attention that like, hey, we're serious about this. It's coming out now. We're not just like saying, hey, what's up? Like, we actually have something to give you, and we just have a lot of upcoming stuff coming up the next week and couple weeks, and so it's just kind of a, you know, everything's died down. We just want to pick stuff back up again, and you know, have this show just kind of be a premiere, like hear it first, and then later we're going to be having this stuff up and just kind of, I don't know, just get our names in people's mouths again.
That's